welcome back to Calmsden Farm. It's mid-April, we've got all our fields planted, so today we're going to be doing some fertilizing of our fields, and then there's a bunch of fertilizing and spraying contracts which I'm probably going to do as well because there are some things that we need to buy. Let's roll the intro. But now we are done with the seeding. We're going to take the jewels off of the Fent, and I'm actually going to take this up to the store and borrow the little bit of money we need to be able to buy the straw blower, because the cows do need some straw. I really dislike that this stays where I brought it rather than where I want to put it. But anyway, we will customize. Actually wondering if we put narrows on this, because we do need to do some spreading. So yeah, I think we'll spend the £1,000 to put narrows on it. That looks a bit different, doesn't it? I hate the way narrow tires look. And then yeah, I haven't quite got enough to buy. Looks like it needs a massive repair as well. Or is it the weight that needs repairing? Yeah, it's the weight that needs repairing. I'm not going to repair the weight. Suppose I could have just done that. Oh, yeah, we're going to borrow the money that we need to buy the straw blower, because I don't want to spread fertilizer in the rain. It's going to rain all day, so that could be a problem. So yeah, we'll head up to the store, buy the straw blower, and then I'm going to do a bit of animal care and wait for this rain to pass over, I think. Going to be a fairly short intro to this one by the looks of it, because we're going to be passing some time, and that's easier for me to do when I'm recording, just not playing on my laptop. So we'll do a quick call to the bank manager while we're driving and borrow another £535,000 in debt. That's not brilliant, is it? That is not brilliant. We'll get this straw blower brought. We do need it finally. The cows are pretty low on straw. The weather's not great for today. It's actually like the weather when I went to visit Calmsden myself. In fact, I think it was raining a lot more than this. So the spraying contracts, I'm going to borrow the sprayer. The fertilizing contracts, I'm going to use our first spreader for. What I may end up doing as well is buying maybe that guy. That looks like seed. No, that is fertilizer. Yeah, maybe that guy, or this one, to put extra fertilizer in, just to increase the capacity, if I haven't brought one already. That's a very good question. No, I haven't. So we may go for the K-branded one, because then it can work with our planter, actually. That's probably a good idea. Anyway, got distracted. We're going to go for the K-branded. I don't say that word because that word can get you in trouble with YouTube, because it thinks it's something else. Number plate is probably not significant on here, but we'll put the correct one on for now, and we're going to buy that for 36,500. Leaves us with not very much money, but the contracts should sort that out. Actually, while we're up at the store, we'll do the contracts as well, because I'm then probably going to go into time-lapse mode. So we have fields 5 and 16 to fertilize, are 20,000 each, and then we have, so I'm going to take this one, because although it's the highest cost to lease, it gets us the hardy. So Smock wants field 13 sprayed with herbicide for 30,000, and then Adam wants 17, and then field 18 for a random person, and then Thomas wants field 30 sprayed. So we have all those to do. So it's like 21, 42, 72, 100, 140 odd grand. We're going to spend a lot on herbicide and fertilizer, but yeah, that's going to be a nice big boost to the bank and repay some of that loan. Hopefully, we might actually expand the cows as well. I think that would be something that I want to do. So yeah, we'll probably get into that as well. So future me is going to be here in a bit to sort the cows out and then wait for this rain to stop. Catch you in a bit. We don't get around to buying more cows. I should have. It rained quite a long time, but hey, we do need to get some straw into the cow shed now. So as I have, for that, quick thank you to the channel members. As I mentioned in a couple of other videos recently, the 1.4.1 update of the game changed how cows work, and you now do need to give them straw to produce manure. Totally realistic. Probably a good change. It should have been there from the start. I expect it was intended to be there from the start. It would just be nice if Giants mentioned it in their update notes. I was giving them straw anyway, and they used almost none. But yeah, nice big straw blower, so we can get the cows bedded down again. And one of the things that I will be doing when we get Maize Plus is that will allow you to change how much straw and feed that cows use and what they produce and all that kind of stuff. And I'm probably going to up the amount of straw that the cows use, because this is it's April. I think we harvested in September, and this is the first time we've put straw in since then. So it lasted, the entire winter. So I am going to use Maize Plus to up the amount of straw that they use. If you want, along with that, you could maybe up the amount of manure they produce, so that more straw's going in, more poo's coming out. That's up to you. I'll be doing a video on how to do that. The Maize Plus is going to be set up so that it is very customizable. So if you want your cows to eat more, you can change it. If you want them to eat something different, you can change it easily. If you want them to produce chocolate milk, knock yourself out, you can probably do that. Yeah, hopefully this week we'll get an update on, or this week, next week we will have had, because this is coming out of the weekend. Hopefully on Thursday on Thursday I will have made the stream with the alien ball, and we'll have had an update on what's happening with Maize Plus. Couldn't make his stream last week because it was a long day at work, and by the time I got home I was exhausted. So have watched some of it since, and it looks like all of the issues that they've had with multiplayer syncing and stuff have been sorted. So yeah, this video would have come out before it has come out, but I'm having a few easy days with like the holiday weekend coming up and stuff, and work's been quite busy. So yeah, haven't got as many videos made as I would have normally. So see if we can get the straw blower put away now. Need to get better at reversing. What I'm actually thinking on here is I found a really nice skid steer, old skid steer, which is quite cheap. I'm thinking about getting that, and because I think there's an adapter to let you hook trailers up to the front of the skid steer, and that'll make using some of these sheds much easier, because we can use the skid steer to back equipment in. What I'm thinking, just to get the cows fed now, actually get ready to make TMR, but we have enough, so we're just going to spin around to get the chute for the feed mixer on the right side, and we'll get those fed. Again, I'm probably going to up the amount of food that the cows eat, although we are going to get more. I don't get around to it in this video, but we will be getting more, so they will start eating more because there will be more of them. So much to do. I guess April is a good time to be getting stuff done. We've probably next month, which is probably going to be next game video, we will be looking at first cart. And we've got plenty of hay left, and we've got plenty of everything, so maybe we don't need to. Maybe we could hold off and do it later. I was going to bring the Joskin box over to pick up fertilizer, but realised we need a lot of fertilizer for the contracts and stuff that we've got planned. But actually, we can only afford 3 bags, so I could probably have brought that over and not needed the trailer. But oh well. One of the contracts that we've got is Field 5, which is next to the store, so we can pop back and buy more, and we need to fertilise our Courseplay Field 1, which is behind the store, so again we can fill up at the store if we need to. So we should be okay. I think I worked out I needed 8 bags, and we've got 3 here and a couple back in the shed, so we need to buy a few more. We'll have to do one of the fertilizing contracts before we use all of this up to be able to get those done, and then we're going to have to spend a lot on herbicide, but we'll make a decent amount back on that, so I'm not too worried. Right, it's nearly 3 PM. The rain has stopped. Loaded up the fertilizer spreader that we had in the shed, and we're going to run around the tram lines. So I was going to do this by just treating this as one big field, but I thought I'd actually see how well it goes just driving around the tram lines that we put in. So this set we'll put in with course play, and they're not quite as neat as the ones that I did, I don't think. But yeah, let's test it out. It's what they're designed for. I think I've got the spreader set on a 20 meter width rather than 18, which is what the tram lines are on, so we should be good. Means I don't need to use GPS. Yeah. So our arable fields will be good once we have done this, which is cool. They've all been ploughed, so they won't need weeding this year. In the future, as we add in precision farming, we probably will need to, because we won't be ploughing all the time, because that has an impact on our environmental score. Right, the maize field we can whack the width up because we don't have tram lines in it and the crop hasn't emerged yet, so we'll do it down to 36 meter width. It'll be a little bit quicker. Hopefully, maybe even before this video comes out, the update for 1.2 will be dropping or have dropped. I'm recording this on Wednesday lunchtime. I think it's Wednesday lunchtime. So it's life's busy. Yeah, I think it's Wednesday lunchtime, and hopefully we're going to see the Calmsden update sometime this week. But my plan is to run through until harvest, like I did in my needs a new save video, and then move across to 1.2 update with an add in precision farming at that point. Greenlands will be getting precision farming straight away, pretty much. Probably next video. Yeah, next video that you'll see, we should get precision farming onto there. So really good to have precision farming back, and kind of cool to see that Giants have added the see and spray technology to the Cavernon sprayers, and I'm really expecting modders to be jumping all over that and adding it to all the modded sprayers that are out there. I haven't downloaded the updates for those yet to see what it costs, but I'm using one of those on Greenland, so we'll have a look and see how that works out on there. Because that, I don't think on that map, I don't think I've ploughed every field, so we will be getting some weeds, so we'll need to do some spraying. Tram lines have worked really well for this, and yeah, I guess it makes sense. This is exactly what tram lines are for. Save you driving in the crop, and to make it easier to see where to go to spread and spray on. So yeah, really pleased with that. Worked really well. We've got 2 fertilizing contracts to tackle. Just trying to find the fields for those, and we have got all the herbicide contracts. So let's fill the fert spreader back up, and we will get to doing some contracting and earning some cash. And that is going to let us pay back some of the loan as well. As of today, so as of Wednesday, I do know what day it is now. The update to the Mini BGA has gone into testing with Giants. By the time you're watching this, it may have passed testing or failed testing. And if you want to keep up to date on that sort of stuff, I tend to mention it on Discord. So if it has failed testing and it's failed to the point where I can't easily fix it, it'll be released through King Mods, because yeah, got a couple of other mods in testing at the moment, and you may have seen a preview video for one of those already, which is the Forage Dealer, which gives you a premium price on TMR, and also a slight boost on things like straw and hay and silage, I think, as well. So yeah, check that out. 2-part mod pack if you haven't seen the preview. One is a proper sell point with buildings and stuff, and the other one is literally just the triggers. So like, if you want to use it on Calmsden, you can maybe put it at the sell point we can see in the distance, and you're just putting down the extra set of triggers, which would allow you to sell your forage for a bit more basically, and to sell TMR, which is the main thing that I did it for. And it gives you a good price for TMR, unlike some of the other selling mods that are out there. pretty much done on this contract on field 5, and that will let us buy some more fertilizer. We can go and do our last field behind the store and get the last fertilizing contract done then. And then we've got about, we have an awesome contract done. Got about 4 herbicide contracts to do then. They do show some of it, but I think I worked out and ended up using 21 grand for that. Let's buy some more fertilizer. I ended up using about 12 IBCs of herbicide. We do still make a decent profit. This is the little skid steer I was literally just talking about. Yeah, really tempted to get that on here. I think it'll work really well with the sheds and stuff that we have. Maybe next video, actually. Yeah, really, I think it'll work really well with getting bales in and out of some of the sheds. Hopefully it can reach up and load up the feed wagon, which means we don't have to rely on using the Ford. And if the adapter that I think exists, it will make getting implements into the sheds much easier. Skid steer will make maneuvering that stuff much easier than having it behind a tractor. But that's our fields all fertilized. Kind of cool. And yeah. Just dealing with the key binding issues. I found actually the best way to do this is just hit reset key bindings. Thanks to the guys on Discord for pointing that out to me. And that seems to sort everything. So yeah, if you're having key binding issues, do that. Just hit reset key bindings and then resave it and you're good. If you've got some custom ones, I think it saved my custom key bindings that I use as well. And those are, they're the ones that interfere with what I do with OBS. So I have custom key bindings for time, speed up and slow down, and the map size. And because I use the 7 and 9 keys to do OBS stop and start for recording, so we've got a fairly big field. It'd be nice if we can get the harvesting contracts on some of these as well. But done with fertilizing contracts pretty much. On to the herbicide, and I'm just working out just how much herbicide we need to buy at this point. I think I buy 12 IBCs of herbicide, which is 24,000 litres. So we can get 9 in the hardy sprayer, and we'll use the trailer for the rest. Oh no, I've got some grass fields to fertilise still. Normally I wouldn't use solid fert on grass fields, but let's get this job done. We have got the roller that we can use for now, which we'll probably do after first cut. Probably get the roller on here then, configure it as a grassland roller and do that. Or spread some digestate on there. I guess we do have digestate at the BGA. Whether we've got enough, I don't know. We do need to start pumping more of the silage through the BGA and the manure. Yeah, have been ignoring that a little bit, and I'm hoping that what I'll end up doing is putting the forage dealer that I mentioned on here onto this map, and we'll start selling this silage as TMR, because we can make a bit more money that way. And maybe that makes sense then, that we make some hay, because we can use up some of the hay that we've got as well. Into the secret field. Get this done, and then that is, I think, all of our fields fertilized. I don't remember it. I don't think I did field 8, and I'm not sure if it's, I think it's fully fertilized from when we reseeded it before, so I think that's okay. I think we're good. Seems a very long time ago that we seeded this, because I've been doing all the precision farming videos, which have taken away from doing let's play videos, which is, it's something that I struggle with, is the balance of, should I do. There's a question for you. Actually, this is me buying the herbicide, but anyway, question for you. Do you like the kind of randomness that I do? And I tend to rotate through the Let's Plays. But would you, and then do the tutorial videos as either cool mods come out or I get ideas? Would you rather I had a fixed schedule for Let's Plays with some slots for tutorials that might end up being blank or filled with more Let's Play videos? Let me know what you think. I'm kind of wondering whether we do 4 Let's Plays videos a week and then space for tutorials, and then if cool things don't come out, I just do more Let's Plays. Doing a really bad job of loading the trailer up. I keep hitting that bar on the front. Just having a bit of blindness. But one of the things I do like about FS22 is the improved palette and bale physics. In FS19, I would have struggled to load a trailer like this full of IBCs. In fact, I'd have probably got fed up and maybe super strength some of it. But the palette physics is so much better on FS22. Don't need, with FS19 I managed to find a set of palette forks that worked really well, but the base game ones are good. This is awesome. One of the good things Giants have done is really improve the physics of stuff like this. Yeah, almost done loading up, and I'm going to use auto drive to take the trailer and tractor over to the fields that we're going to be working in, and we'll drive the Hardy over and hopefully meet the Ford at the second field is roughly the plan, as he talks about how good the physics are and then struggles to unload an IBC. Oh well. So still going with the slower time-lapse speed, which means you get a longer video for roughly me spending the same amount of time gaming. So hopefully people are still happy with that. Had some pretty positive feedback, which is cool. Means I'm not trying to talk so quickly over commentating stuff. So Herbicide is coming out. It's not really showing up very well on the video, but we are spraying, and this guy does cover ground quickly. It is very, very big, and I'm not used to something so large, so I do crash a few times. And there was going to be a "that's what she said" joke in there, but I screwed it up. Oh well. That's what she said. Yeah, I really like the Hardy. I'm just going to say, yeah, no, I have never owned a Hardy sprayer in game. I don't think. I have used them on contracts a fair bit, but never owned one. It's maybe on the Let's Play that I mention in the video that's coming out in a day or two, I did have one. I might have had an edited one of that. No, I used a John Deere on that. So most of the time when I've owned a big sprayer, it's been one of the modded John Deeres, not the Hardy. So that's that first contract done. We'll refill and do field 30. End up doing a lot on field 30. I guess there aren't that many fields on the map, so you're going to end up, if you do a lot of contracts, you're going to do a lot of contracts on the same fields. So again, it would be nice to get some of these harvesting contracts as well. Lots of herbicide to spray today. I have one more mod that I have, two more mods that I have not mentioned. So along with the BGA, mini BGA update that's gone into testing, there is what I've called the industrial BGA, which is a much bigger BGA. It's based on the medium-sized Giants one, the 500 or 250 kilowatt one, and it has some cool extra features in it, which hopefully people will like, and that's from me reading about things to do with how real BGAs work. So yeah, that's got some cool new features. And the other one is to do with messing around with crop prices. I'm not sure if that one will make it through Giants testing, to be honest, because it might be too simple for what Giants will allow. If not, I'll find a way to release it, maybe King mods again. So Treasure, I think it's based on the BGA that's used on here, my other big BGA, but it has some other features which you will see when it comes out, if it comes out. If it doesn't make it through Giants testing again, it'll be on King Mods probably, or my Discord. Just doing a nice arty shot there of the Hardy. I do think it's a nice bit of kit. Never seen something this big in real life either. So all the farms around here that do have self-propelled sprayers, they are much smaller. Just looking for random areas of the map that I could maybe get to, but no, not that one. There are some small corner spots up here that you can use that I might put some beehives in, because I've not looked at beehives yet on FS22. I may put in some beehives spread around the map to start doing some honey. So from these contracts, although we spent a lot on herbicide, we actually ended up making about £72,000 profit off of the herbicide contracts, which I paid off the loan. I'm thinking we might borrow some of that money again to buy the skid steer, and maybe to put in some beehives, maybe some greenhouses, just to diversify what we're doing on here a bit. I've not done anything, I said I've not done anything with the beehives in FS22 yet. I've done the greenhouses on the survival challenge, but they were kind of a really minor part of that series because they work quite slowly. So, but there are some new ones about. There's the hydroponic one, which I'm quite interested in, so I might have a look at putting that on here. There are some bits of open land that we can still use that we're not using as grass fields. And it feels like maybe we should make use of them. So yeah, need to have a look at how beehives work in a bit more detail. The bit that I'm not sure about them is if I put beehives all around the map and then put the pallet spawner at my farm, will all of the pallets from all of the beehives spawn there? I don't know. I've not tested it, so might do some testing in the background to see if that's how they work, or if there's a limit on the range that they can be from the pallet spawner. I don't think we're going to finish this contract with what we have left on here, and I think we've used our last IBC as well, so we have a couple of an IBC back at the yard, so we're going to have to take the sprayer back and refill, unfortunately. And more unfortunately, we need the Ford because it's got the front loader on it, so just using the quad bike to get back over to pick the Ford up. And because the Ford has a front loader and we have pallet forks, we're going to stick the quad on the trailer. Again, this is the physics in FS22 really are better. I don't think I would have been able to do this in FS19 easily. Yeah, I get hung up on the pallet forks, but actually I think this works really well, better than I expected. The trailer hitch had kind of rotated there, but yeah, that worked way better than I expected it to. So we can get this IBC out of the shed, take the Hardy back. I do not worry about leaving equipment parked on that road, because in the real world that's a private road. If you're not sure, check out my video on the real versus FS Calmsden, where I took a drive around Calmsden Farm. Yeah, refilled and back going. We'll get this finished and then we'll take it back and unload the IBC, because it's handy to have that little bit of herbicide knocking about for jobs like this, and just saves us buying an extra IBC if we need a little bit at the end. Yeah, we used about 600 litres. We'll give this a wash before we send it back to Smock, because we did use it on a few other fields that weren't his. I'm sure he won't mind. That can be returned. As I said, we made about £72,000 profit on that, and then we'll get the IBC put away, get the quad bike unloaded, and that'll be a video. So thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. Leave me a comment below, especially the thing about video schedules, and if you're not already, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and I will catch you next time.